folks, one of the most anticipated matchups of the entire regular season. Two national championship contenders, each ranked in the top 5. Which side can step up and deliver on this big stage? Welcome to the old horseshoe in the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. As we'll see, last season's national champions, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get right to the action. Buckeyes will kick this away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets him down. Not much gained on that return. Short throw complete to the tight end. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
The guys up front lined up. It's first down. To the air. It's Price. Bringing pressure. Incomplete. There's a marker down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That one hurts. Backs him up 10 yards. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage, and the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. Fans around the country got their eyes on this matchup. This is going to be fun. It doesn't happen often enough in college football, an early season collision of top 5 teams.
Yeah, you love to see a test early in the year for the players and the coaches because you find out all that work you put in the summer. You think you got a good football team, and now you get a chance to go up against one of the top teams in the country. I'm just glad we're here to witness it.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. The pass is intercepted. Brought down after a short return at the 24. What a crucial takeaway.
Chris, that one cost him. He's just trying to get something started here early in the game, trying to take a chance, but it backfires. The defense in great position to come up with that interception.
Outstanding field position to begin this drive. They're going to the air in the first play. Caught in the flat by the running back. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
I can see what the quarterback's trying to do here, Chris, and he gets the completion, but just no gain. There's just no room to go after the catch.
Offense getting set. It's second down. He's looking to throw. Receiver grabs it. He'll earn the first down, but paid for it with a hard hit.
It's really good timing here between the quarterback and the receiver. And how about the receiver downfield? Does a nice job of finding that open space in the zone of the defense. And as a defense, you're just basically throwing your hands up in the air because they had that covered relatively well. Just a good play call and good execution.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. On the move now. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, this quarterback's trying to do everything he can to give this play a chance. He gets out of the pressure off to his right. But, man, did he take a hit and wasn't able to complete this pass.
Coming to the line on 2nd down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Direct snap to the back. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Pass caught. Can he get in? They'll finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal. The Buckeyes will come to the line to run the hurry-up. For the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kurt.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
Fields it just outside the goal line. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. The player is down injured after that last play. Let's take a timeout while they check him out. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3. Offense cranking up the tempo now, no huddle.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. Scanning the field. It's Price. Intercepted. Picked off by the defense.
Well, we're just here in this 1st half, and this defense is all over. That's their 2nd interception. Good job of pressuring the quarterback, making him uncomfortable, and forcing the ball into coverage.
Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop?
Boy, it looked like the quarterback was caught in between. Should I hand it off? Should I pull it and make the throw? Ends up getting some positive yards, but I think they missed a chance for a bigger gain.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. We'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. He escapes the pocket. Lets it fly to the wideout. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
After the incompletion, the lineup here for a 3rd and 7. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Deep shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
Well, he's looking for that deep completion. I love the chunk play. I love the idea of being aggressive. They just come up empty.
So on 4th down now, out comes the field goal unit. This will be about a 53-yard attempt. Let's see if he can get it there. Oh, and he's off target. It's no good. And the lead remains at 7 after the miss.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown at the very least, 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
And now the first play of this drive will begin at the 36. Stop right there at the line, no gain. The Dogs come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, that was definitely not what they had in mind, but look at this. Here comes the tempo again, undeterred by the tackle for a loss.
Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41, and they make the first down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision. Defense is coming after him. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. And he goes down right there. That's more than enough for a first down.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Looking to pass. It's Price. He dumps it off to the tight end. They finally grab the senior, but not before he leads the defense on a chase.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. This Georgia offense is moving quickly down the field. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. They'll try a pass here. Receiver makes the catch. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. They call the draw play here. Motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
And the extra point was up and good. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Nowhere to run up the middle.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
So after a competitive, fun first quarter, we are all even. Let's check out some of the stats from that first period. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Caught quickly. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
Well, the quarterback has just too much time against this zone. There's not enough pressure allowing him to sit back and pick apart this zone defense.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Receiver in motion now. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Running back grabs it on a screen. Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
You know, he had nobody open downfield because of great coverage there by this defense. But what I love to see is how they run to the ball. He checks it down, and this guy's got nowhere to go. It's a big loss.
After the first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 22. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Moves out of the pocket. Oh, he's lost the ball. They retain possession, but that's a huge loss.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks, when they decide to pull the ball down and run, they've got to protect it. He left it out away from his body exposed, and it got knocked away. He's very fortunate he had a teammate who was able to get on top of it.
Early movement there will cost the offense 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Boy, that was close to a safety. In fact, I thought with that sack we might see the referee step in there and put the 2 hands over his head, signaling that it was a safety, but somehow he's at the 1-yard line. Very fortunate to avoid giving up 2 points there.
And he's able to send the punt away. He'll field it close to the 50. And the returner will be brought down.
Georgia offense will take over 1st and 10.
And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Boy, this one's on the offensive line, Chris. They've got to do a better job of protecting the franchise quarterback. This guy's as good as there is in the country, and they're letting this pressure get to their quarterback. You either get the ball out faster, or the offensive line's got to do a better job of taking care of their guy.
They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. They make the tackle, but the offense now set up with a 1st down of the 21.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Back to throw. It's Price. Grabbed by the receiver. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Launching one to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They've got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? Oh, and this is going to wind up as a safety.
Man, that is a big-time play by this defense, and the only way they can score points without getting a turnover. That should give this team a spark.
So after the safety, it's now a free kick coming up. They'll punt it away from the 20. Breaks into the clear. Oh, and he fumbles. Oh, they keep the football. They're able to recover that fumble and avoid a costly mistake.
Well, this returner is about to get an earful, but at least the coach isn't as mad as they would have been if they ended up losing the ball.
Offense comes out to start this drive. Heading left after the handoff. He's got the first down and still motoring. Breaks into the clear. Past the 20. Touchdown, Georgia. He wins the foot race to the end zone.
Well, this is what this running back brings to the table for this offense. He's always one touch away from a huge play. And here he gets the ball, gets some space, and from there, no one's going to catch him on his way to the end zone.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. The pass is tipped and falls incomplete. Someone got a hand up to deflect that one.
I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
At the 25, it's 2nd and 10. Can they make it a 3rd and manageable here? They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Now they test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
I tell you, this defense continues to just be physical at the line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground, and by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback. Every time they drop back to throw, they become a one-dimensional offense.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Whoa, you talk about a big hit there. I think this guy holds on to this football at a critical 3rd down if this linebacker doesn't lower the blow. Great timing on that hit to prevent the PI call and to get this team to 4th down.
The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. See if he can make something happen with the return. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Touchdown, Dogs. 6 points for the special teams. An electrifying play, Kirk. He was just a better athlete than the guys trying to stop him on that coverage team.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by this returner. But let's also not forget the blocks. Some key blocks there that set this return up and eventually got him into the end zone.
He's going to return it from deep. Oh, it's a fumble. Who's going to come up with it? The offense able to fall on it and avoid the turnover. Got lucky that time.
Oh, boy. The kick returner catches a break, His teammate was able to recognize the ball on the ground and immediately made a heads-up play to get on top of it.
So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. It's the 2-minute timeout. This offense running out of time to cut into this lead before the break. Second down after that run on the previous play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Snags a quick throw. The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Makes a quick grab. They don't convert. In fact, he's tackled for a loss on that third down play.
Boy, this defense can fly to the football. He does a nice job of breaking one tackle, but look at the defenders. 5, 6 guys flying to the football to keep him short of the first down.
Buckeyes will bring their punt team onto the field. He'll field it close to midfield. Oh, and he's got some space here. And the return will be brought down. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. To throw, it's Price. He's looking deep here. And he hauls it in to the 15, still going. And it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Of course, with another touchdown, this first half could not have gone any better for this offense and this team, building up such a big lead. And on the other side, oh my gosh, now you really start to see who's got some fight, who's a competitor, because you got a big hole to be able to climb out of.
He'll take off from deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. Fights through a tackle. Tackle made after just a short gain. Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. It's a short completion at the big tight end. They stop him, but it's a first down.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Quarterback drops back, tries the right with a quick throw, makes the catch downfield, breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Excellent catch and run by the senior. The Buckeyes hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Quick throw caught on the left side. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. He'll look to throw it here on second down. The sophomore quarterback fortunate that didn't end in an interception. So it's third and short from the opponent's 28. Let's see what the play call is here. They're already in field goal range, but thinking about the end zone. Out of the gun now on third down. The pocket breaking down. Quick throw to his receiver. Pass is incomplete, but there's a flag. This is a big call coming up. Offense will have to overcome the holding penalty now. Time running down, just one play left here in the half. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. He makes the grab. They finally make the stop after a big gain, but that'll wrap up the first half of play. Meadows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Dogs will kick this away to start the second half. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. After falling way behind in the first half, they need to find a spark right now to cut into this big lead. First play of the second half is a handoff. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Finds his target, and it's complete. Oh, and he hits out of bounds after a real nice gain there. The Buckeyes hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Where these big pass plays can jumpstart this offense a bit, and here they go with the tempo, looking to get this defense confused and out of position.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. First down, looking to throw the football. Catch made on the out route. Tackled pretty quickly, but that is a decent gain on the throw. That completion makes it second and medium. Looking to throw here. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. But now it's third down.
The defense has got to do a better job of communicating. That is a wide open receiver. They catch a break by an errant throw by the quarterback.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Looking to throw yet again. Turns it loose downfield. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
And I was hoping he'd be able to hold on to that football. That would have been a big play there on third down. Now big decision coming up here on fourth.
Still down by double digits in the third quarter. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Looking downfield near the end zone. Can't connect in the long throw. Incomplete. A fourth down stop.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here. You draw it up perfectly. You think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
He'll toss it to the back. He'll be stopped for a loss on the play. The defense all over the option that time.
That's how you defend the option. Take the quarterback away, and then use your speed to bring the pitch back down.
Running play goes backwards, makes it second down and 12 now. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Scanning the field. It's Price. Pass caught. Breaks it. Continues to fight for yards. He's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down now. Dogs will send the punt team onto the field. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. Now it's 2nd down here. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Oh, and it's almost picked off. A chance for their first interception today. Going to set up 3rd down.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Buckeyes lining up here on 1st and 10. They're going to run it here. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
It's an out route, the catch made. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, stopped the ball at the 44.
Chris, a really great job here with the quarterback and the receiver. This is all about timing. The quarterback gets back, no hitch in his delivery, gets the ball out in front of the receiver where he can run away from the defender for a nice completion.
On 1st and 10, look at the throw. And it's incomplete. Even on a 1st down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Important 2nd down play coming up. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Ohio State.
So 2nd down after the incompletion.
Here we go, here we go. Kill. 6 remain. 6 remain. Kill.
He'll hand it off. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. Third down, out of the shotgun. Throwing for his running back. Catch made across the middle by the running back. Touchdown, Ohio State. Too much speed for the defense. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the fourth quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
He's not going to get there. The two-point try fails. They can't cut into this deficit any further. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now set up at the 27. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They bring him down, but it's a big gainer to the 47.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Dropping back, it's Price. Quick throw complete to the tight end. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34. Well, the defense knows, Kirk, might take more than one tackler to bring this tight end down.
Well, anytime as a defense, you always want to rally to the football. But against this guy, you especially want to do that because you saw he breaks through that first arm tackle. I thought he might be able to pick up even more yards, but...
Touchdown, Georgia. And the route is on.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And the point after is right down the middle.
37, Ohio State, 13.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He steps out after reaching the 30. And to begin the drive here, set up at the 30.
Cornhole, 88. Cornhole, 88.
They're going to run it. He's got room to run. He's in the clear. The 30. Past the 20. All the way to the end zone. They couldn't catch him. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. And it's a direct snap. And he stopped short. Big play by the defense. Still a 3-score margin here.
Is no good. That keeps the score. Georgia, 37.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
Number 14, set to kick off.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive.
And the Georgia offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. Looking downfield, it's Price. That's knocked away. Defense makes a nice play. It's incomplete.
The screen pass was set up perfectly, but the defense makes a heck of a play to knock that ball away. I thought they might come up with a pick. In fact, the offense should be relieved it wasn't an interception because the only thing in front of him was an empty field.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. The quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Well, that was a beautifully executed screen right here by this offense. They let the rushers get upfield, completely oblivious that the blockers are getting out in front and getting downfield, put the ball right on the back, and let him have all that space and an escort in front of him to pick up big yards.
He's running out of time here. He's got it with room to run. Tackled, but first down. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon.
Really good route here by the receiver, but I love the quarterback's ability to look off that safety and make that throw, and that's part of the quarterback's job here when you play in Athens for this Georgia offense. They've had some great quarterbacks over the years, guys like Matthew Stafford and Aaron Murray, and more recently Jake Fromm, and of course Stetson Bennett, who won back-to-back national championships. And what they're seeing today from this quarterback, they got to be very proud of.
Gain of 6. Brings up second down.
Got it.
And as we wrap up the third quarter, let's check out the quarterback comparison. This has been a terrific duel. Both guys putting on a show so far today. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football.
Okay.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Looking for a man deep down the middle. Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, Dogs. They continue to roll up the score.
Number 18.
Chris, this guy's listed as a tight end, but to me, he's really a wide receiver. Here's an example of how he can use his size and speed to overmatch this defense for a touchdown.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
Ohio State, 19.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here.
And your Ohio State Buckeyes will take over. First and 10.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field.
End this drive with 6-0.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Makes a quick catch. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion.
I love what the defense is doing here, sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
Looking to pass here on second down. Catch made on the out route. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking for the wide out. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. Tackle made after a huge gain all the way to the 40. Well, this defense has played well with a letdown there. A little too comfortable with this big lead at the moment, maybe.
Yeah, and what I love to see is this offense is not giving up. This game has not gone the way they had hoped, but here they are taking a few swings late in this game. This one ends up working out, and now let's see if they can put another play or two together and get the points on the board.
Gets some space around the 30. That's a strong run. They finally tackle him down at the 4.
Well, that's what you love to see from an offense. The offensive line and the running back in sync, working together, and it pays off. What a big gain. Thought he might be close to being able to take it all the way to the end zone, but
And he busts into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that second level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
And the point after is good. You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Returner decides to field it. And the returner is brought down.
And the Georgia offense will take over. 1st and 10.
And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. They keep it going. And they try to run inside, but nowhere to go. The Bulldogs hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Takes the handoff again. 1st down, looking for more now. Breaks free down the left side. End zone ahead. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They are pouring it on now.
It was just a matter of time till this guy found the seam and took it to the house. Unbelievable job by the offensive lineman, allowing him to get to that 2nd and 3rd level. And with his kind of speed, no chance of bringing him down.
Extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
Ohio State, 26.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive.
Take over. 1st and 10.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
Motion now from the tight end. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards. So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this 1st down. Looking deep downfield to the left. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th.
They're trailing by this much in the 4th quarter. The defense playing smart. They know you've got to take some deeper shots to try to get back into this game with a big play. And the margin of error for this quarterback shrinks with every pass attempt.
The offense stays on the field down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. And it falls incomplete. A turnover on downs. Big play for this defense.
It's just not a smart decision, in my opinion, here to go for it on 4th down. And, Chris, I know we're kind of in this era now of analytics and when to go for it, when not to. People are aggressive by nature, but to go for it inside your own 20-yard line, the defense lined up, did what they had to do. They get the ball, and now look at the field position that they have.
Tough running there, but not quite enough for a 1st down.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big 1st half, and he's already at it again.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Leaning on the run game here. Touchdown, Georgia. This offense cannot be stopped.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play call, and continuing to put points on the board.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
Ohio State, 26.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there.
And your Ohio State Buckeyes.
And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. The last possession, they came up empty, went for it on 4th down in their end, and got stopped. Oh, the quick throw falls incomplete.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
2nd down, they're going to throw it. Taking a deep shot here to the right. And he hauls it in down inside the 30. And he's in the clear down the right side, end zone ahead. And he's into the end zone easily. But this might be coming back. There's a flag on the field. So the offense obviously declines that penalty in the defense, and the touchdown will stand. Kicking team on now for the extra point.
Is on for the extra point.
And it's good.
The kick is good.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away.
33.
And here's the return from inside the 5. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. And he finally steps out, but not before an excellent return to set up the offense. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue!
And the single back takes the handoff. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Picks up 7.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. But I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down.
Jackrabbit!
Here's the option play. The back's got it on the pitch. Finds room at the 30. They make the tackle, but enough for a 1st down. Textbook execution on the option.
The defense has been torn up through the air, and now the option game is starting to make its presence felt. Good read here by the quarterback to pitch it out and pick up a 1st.
On the ready!
Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another 1st down.
Ready!
Ending off on the draw play. Good enough for 1st down yardage.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
Let's go!
Oh, look at the quick cut. Tackle just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run. With that, they should be able to hold on, Kirk, and they prevail in this early season showdown. Never sure at this point how much the rankings mean, but this lower-ranked team came in here and showed they're the better side.
Anytime you can pull off an upset like this over such a highly ranked team, obviously will help your resume, and I think build some confidence that should carry over the rest of the year.
1st and goal, handoff. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss.
Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together. They stood firm. The result is a short loss for the offense. Nice job.
There's a run to the left looking for the touchdown. And he fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about. Whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line, the entire unit has been dominant.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
33.
And a misfire there on the kickoff as it goes out of bounds. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Caught by the receiver. And the broken tackle there produces a solid game.
Hey, there's the execution that's been lacking most of this game, but they'll take it. You know, you try to do everything that you can to learn and try to build for the future. And at this point in the game, it's obviously over, but you love to see the offensive coordinator still giving this quarterback opportunities.
And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Not only does the defense stack him up at the point of attack, but he was instantly pushed backwards. The defense was prepared to defend the RPO.
Took contact on the throw. Pass is incomplete. The defense affecting the quarterback with pressure there.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
No, they've stopped him short. The defense with a big fourth down play to protect this lead late in the game. So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. Now, wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. Dangerous play call here after that 5-yard penalty. With the clock running down, they're just one kneel down away from the victory. And the offense just takes a knee here. Well, this one, defied everyone's expectations except this lower-ranked team. Nobody gave them a chance not just to win, but to blow out this respected team.
Oh, they came in at the very beginning of this game. You can almost feel it, a chip on their shoulder. Every single possession, they seem to be locked in on both sides of the football. Now, what can they do with a win like this, realizing how good they are capable of playing? Be interesting to watch down the road.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.